Hi, everybody. Adele Stan of Right Wing Watch here with my colleague Peter Montgomery. And we are discussing that rather extraordinary press conference that was convened in Philadelphia on November 4th by members of the Trump campaign team. Now, they gathered in Philly just a day after President Donald J. Trump falsely claimed that he had been reelected to the presidency. Now, why Philadelphia, you might ask? Well, Philadelphia is a place where President Trump has said famously that bad things happen. What kind of bad things might be happening if you were Donald J. Trump? Oh, a lot of Democrats voted in Philadelphia, and they are still counting the votes. The election officials in Philadelphia are still counting the mail-in ballots that they were prohibited from beginning to count until Election Day. And considering the millions of mail-in ballots that were cast in Pennsylvania, which happens to have 20 electoral college votes, well, they're still at it. And it's looking like those mail-in ballots are going to go the way of Joe Biden, which could deliver him the state of Pennsylvania. So anyway, we thought we would look at three of the main characters at this press conference, being former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani, former Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi, and former Trump campaign manager Corey Lewandowski. Now let's talk about just who these people are and what makes them so qualified to claim that the Democratic Party is massively corrupt and that Philadelphia is now the scene of voter fraud. Well, first we have Rudy Giuliani, who is presently under investigation himself and whose close business associates have been indicted on campaign finance violation charges.
Joe Biden could have voted 50 times, as far as we know, or 5,000 times.
Then we have Pam Bondi, who, while she was Attorney General of Florida, was investigating Trump University for fraud. Oh, until she received a $25,000 in campaign donations from entities linked to the Trump Organization.
Further, there is a gentleman there by the name of Seth Bluestein, who is an assistant to a city commissioner, and he is wearing a badge the size of a baseball. And as far as I know, he's not a sworn law enforcement officer. So it looks like intimidation to me.
And there's Corey Lewandowski. Well, his crimes are just shoving around a female reporter while he was during a 2016 press event when he was the manager of the Trump campaign for about 15 minutes. That kind of rushed his way to the exits, I imagine.
Appreciate your time. There'll be no questions today. Thank you very much.
Anyway, let's get to it, Peter, and break this down for the good people watching at home.
In Pennsylvania, Giuliani is just smearing this all, the whole Democratic Party, by talking about a corrupt machine, that has a history of dead people voting. And so he's just kind of laying that all on, throwing that all at this counting in an effort to stop it. And at the same time, they are asserting directly that they have won Pennsylvania, and they say they want all the votes to be legally counted. If that's the case, I'm not sure how they can say they've won, because there are many, many, many votes that have not been counted.
Right, like in tune of hundreds of thousands, if I'm correct, I believe.
Yes.
And that could be the margin of difference in Pennsylvania, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, why else would they be so keen to make a point of this, right?
Exactly. I think at one point there were 1.4 million outstanding mail-in votes, and those votes were coming in, from the Philadelphia area, dramatic margins in favor of Biden. So yeah, they have a really good interest in trying to obstruct the counting of those votes.
Do you think we're stupid? You think we're fools?